In the long run, we forget the usage of simple words like very, to, into, all these purchase, differentiate. When errors become a habitual pattern, you have to rectify. But otherwise, you need to always remember that native speakers also make mistakes. Training sessions. I have more in line. I'll be sharing that to another video. Generally, people are more interested in paying attention to advanced vocabulary. It's an asset. But in the long run, we forget the usage of simple words. Let's not forget that words like very, to, into, all these simple basic words are important to bring out the meaning in sentences. But let's pay attention to simple words also. And sometimes we make mistakes not because we don't know, because we forget the usage. People give more attention to some words and accent and more of pronunciation. Let's always have the basics. So today I'm going to give you the differences and also try distinguishing between some of the words that we use in our daily conversations. But sometimes we forget the usage of some of these words altogether. Buy, purchase, differentiate, distinguish. So I'll give you the differences between these words and it could help you differentiate them specifically when you use them in your sentences. Let's not forget that simple words are also important. Do not always give importance to accent, the pronunciation of words that we rarely use in conversations. Let's begin today's video. So I hope you all are doing great, and if you're visiting the channel for the first time, take a look at the channel description. I have given my email ID and also I've given a short description about my channel. So it's important for you to read that and understand before inquiring on the contact details and such kind of things. So let's begin the first set, buy and purchase. We've been learning this word buy, and it's a regular action verb. It's a normal verb. Okay, I'm buying this mobile, I'm buying this pair of earrings. So it's the action word, you know the meaning. The next one is purchase. So generally people get confused between buy and purchase. Purchase is generally used when it comes to formal technical usages. For example, the company purchased a new software. Technical, formal, all these contexts we use purchase. And also it's used when you complete buying something. For example, you would have heard of this expression, from the date of purchase. We use this in our daily conversation also. So that's a difference. Buy is the action, act of buying. The next one, since and for. You would have heard about these words and you would also be able to distinguish and find the difference between these two usages. Since is used when you're referring to a particular portion of your life or whatever it is. I've been using this medicine since I contracted COVID. Okay, so that's a particular point. So from a particular point, I've been working on this project since 2023. January, February, whatever you're referring to, whichever month you're referring to. Okay, but for is used when you have a duration, a period. I've been doing this for years. I've been learning for years. So it's a duration. That's a difference. Since from a particular point of time or a particular phase, whatever you're referring to. Otherwise, for is the duration. That's the only difference. So you can use year when it comes to since. Okay, you can use a particular point, whatever signifies a point in time. In all such places, you can use since. The next one is through and thorough. I'm thorough with the portions. I'm through the portion. Okay, now there's a difference. When I say thorough, I'm quite firm, established. I've completed my revision and also I'm sure about it. Thorough, very sure. Okay, so through is I'm done with it, I've gone through it. That could be the meaning. So I'm giving you the same context so that you understand it better. The ball passed through the window and out into the lawn. But when I say thorough, it's more about the assurance, you're quite sure, and also you're firmly established. Okay, I'm quite thorough with the portions. I'm thorough with this area of the project. She was quite thorough with this area of the project. Okay, that's the meaning. The next one is amidst and among. These are also very simple words. Now, amidst is used when something or someone is surrounded. For example, the tiger was hiding amidst the bushes. So, there you have the tiger surrounded by the bushes. But when it's among, there is intermingling. For example, I have my pen, it's among the stationery items. So, intermingling is there, one among. So you can say that he was a bright student among the group of learners, or among the learners among the learners he was a bright student. So there you have intermingling, but when it comes to amidst, surrounded. Not always surrounded, but there is something distinguishing. For example, an island amidst the ocean. Okay, that is the idea. The next one is difference and distinguish, differentiate and distinguish between. So, for example, I was not able to differentiate between the dresses because it had no distinguishing features. What I'm trying to tell you is I was not able to spot the difference because it had no unique features. I'll give you the difference between these two words. Difference is just like giving what it is. You're speaking about what it is. For example, differentiate between the sun and the moon. You know that they are poles apart. But still, you can give the difference. You can speak about the difference. As simple as that. But distinguishing means you're speaking about the unique features, the unique elements. Like, for example, distinguish between velocity and speed. They appear to be similar if you're not going to go deep into the idea, but actually it's different. So, differentiate and distinguish. It can be used in the same context, and it's more about what you're really trying to convey. Okay, so you don't have to get confused. You can give the difference, you can spot the difference, you can speak about the difference also, but distinguishing is more about what it's special, it's known for, even the uniqueness, what makes it what it is. Difference is just plainly giving the difference. Okay, this is like this and this is like that. It's just about giving the details and elaborating. So you can read more about it because this is a general idea. And there's one more, that is all together and all together. Okay, now all together. These are two different words, all and together. So I can give you an example. The guests enjoyed the party because they were all together. Okay, the guests had an amazing time all together at the party. So I'm referring to people in the same position, together in the group, together in the same place, all together, put together, that kind of meaning. The boys and girls assembled all together in the hall for the assembly. That's another example. But all together, this particular word is a bit confusing. It's an adverb that generally supports the verb. For example, all together we had a good time at the party. So here it means completely, on the whole. So I could be referring to the activities, the games, or whatever happened there. Everything, not just everybody being together. It's about the totality. That's the difference. So I want you to remind yourself one more important thing. See, when errors become a habitual pattern, you have to rectify. But otherwise, you need to always remember that native speakers also make mistakes, just like how we make mistakes while speaking our mother tongue. It's not because we don't know the language. It could be a slip of tongue. It could be because you like this natural flow of conversation. When you have this natural flow of conversation, you tend to move to and fro. All these things will be there. Even IELTS speaking sessions focus on natural style and flow of conversation. Okay, but when it becomes a habitual pattern, you have to rectify. So it's okay if you have slip of tongue, it's okay if you repeat words, it's okay if you stammer a bit, until and unless you keep repeating it. You're not a computer to proofread, edit, and then give the perfect written language. So I hope you get the difference, and I hope that you understand. Now, there are more words. I know that you have more words in mind. I thought of selecting these words because repeatedly learners have been making mistakes, and I thought I'll share it with you as well. I picked this from my training sessions. I have more in line. I'll be sharing that to another video. Thank you so much for staying with me. Bye bye.